Hello again. Today I've got to go and fit some temporary lights in the church for candlelit services. Candlelit services take place and participants in the service can't see what they're doing. So I'm going to put a steel unistrut gantry across an arch and hang some LED floods from it. I've also got to get up to Hazelmere and fit some garage ground lights, ground wash lights, which are solid brass ground wash lights. And yeah, let's cut to the van. I went into the church, got the floodlight done above the choir. I didn't have time to do anything because I had to go to the service. At 12 o'clock I'd arrived and there was a service, so I had to sit through that. It's 38 minutes. Hi there, please. Thanks, Maria. So I sat through the service. It was about 35 minutes to do a communion service. Then I had a talk with the priest, who's the vicar in charge there, and he was more of a mind to try fiddling with the Dali lighting system in the church rather than put up the extra light, but still we went ahead and put up the extra light. This afternoon, so I came back for lunch, finished a bit earlier than I was going to, and thank you very much, cheers. And collected Arlo security system, which I will be, the Arlo security system, I need to unbox that and have a look at how that works. What I've bought here in this Ultra 2 camera pack, this smart hub here, which is a base station, there have been a number of iterations of this. This one seems to be the latest, and it's got a micro SD slot here, but it requires activating a VPN or a port forwarding with your internet, both of which are quite complicated, and VPN might require, whatever it is, a subscription in its own right. So you'd probably be better off paying the 15 quid a month for the multi-camera deal or whatever it is to get their cloud storage. However, we're not going with the cloud storage just yet. We're going to go with this, and so I'm going to go out now and buy a micro SD. Right, so let's go and get a micro SD card and see if my monitor is working all right. Is Tess back yet? No? Yes. He is. Tess, mate. Have you looked at the TV yet? I'll come and, shall I, it's ready for collection then, is it? Yeah. Let me show So that's with the converter. That's how I plugged it in, yeah. Haven't had a great success story today. Just managed the church, and so tomorrow, Saturday, is going to be going up to Hazelmere to sort out that garage fundamental lighting on the ground wash site. Now if I turn off the lights, you can see how it's all funkadelic, and the only thing is I've got to set up the 2 monitors because I've only got one of the monitors actually working at the moment. Look at this mouse, just nuts, isn't it? Ace Spark ticks in boxes, yes. Excellent customer service, yes. Full of enthusiasm for the job, oh yes. Oh. Well, it's Saturday, yay! 3 cushions and something for Claude's, what was it? A scarf and a couple of collars and a pair of socks for my sister, and spent £480. £480! Oh, and I haven't even got wrapping paper for it. City Electrical. Two lights come on. The consumer unit is here. It's a, what's it? Wireless? Oh no, it's a fuse box. Fuse box consumer unit. We come in with armour, and I've got one of those storm armour glands on there. We've separated out, oh, it's all armour as well, it's an armoured radial to the sockets.
Or that door.
Yeah,
oh that's really nice.
It's heavy, isn't it? It's good.
Yeah.
On a timer?
I thought they were on a timer, yeah.
Yeah. They were always on the timer. And
They should be on a timer.
yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why. We set the timer for the right time. Maybe it's not working. The timer.
Could be.
Maybe Torquil turned it off. I can't get in there now anyway.
Yeah.
But so everything works.
Yeah, I know it works, yeah.
Yeah.
So these are the Lumina lights that Hank has chosen, and they're solid bronze, very heavy. They take a G9, I think I'm right in saying, of G4 or G9. It's the 230 volt unit.
of an anti-Boris vote than a pro-party, despite its problems, becoming ever more credible.
Message to all you customers out there, this is what we want.
Get the UK's first unbreakable Wi-Fi.
We've put another 3-position switch on here, which will allow me to go to off in the middle, on override, sensor override, and to sensor at the top. I've taken a 3-core and earth up to this box, which will have a DIN rail in it and a little DIN rail timer. It's an analog timer, a DIN rail, and does the job. And a photocell on the other side of this partition. The reason for that is that up in those trees are some very bright floodlights which light this area, so at night when the photosensor is operating these ground wash lights, what's going to happen is the tree lights will come on their PIR sensor and these lights will go off. That might not be a bad thing, of course, but it's not something we wanted really, so it's just as easy to put in fact it's easier to put the sensor over here, the photocell over here. Cable in conduit under the ground, so this is where the cable from the light switch to the outside goes out to the south retaining wall, goes into the whisker box there, returns, because we're on a radial here, returns back in here and goes back out under my feet to the north ground wash light, and that's the end of line. This was an extension because previously this finished here. This is the supply, so all I've done is I've linked up to another likewise 4mm armoured cable here. It's actually 2-core an armour. The armour's used as the CPC as far as this box, and then the CPC then finishes here. I'm not linking that through, and this consumer unit is earthed using a TT circuit, which likewise goes back down under the ground, peers into the ground there, into where we've seen before, the 2-meter long earth spike. Funnily enough, this ground was quite friable and therefore didn't give me as good earth continuity as I'd like. In fact, it came out at nearly 300 ohms when I'd only put one earth spike in. Now if the garage trips, we're in the unfortunate position that it trips some of the downstairs lights in the house. Yeah, so, well, selectivity actually, isn't it? Selectivity isn't great in this instance, but I've said, I've warned the client, and we'll see how it goes on. It shouldn't earth out and trip out here. I've put gel in all the boxes and coated them, so I'm not expecting any water in them to cause any tripping problems. But if there are nuisance tripping problems caused by the installation out here, then it's a day's work just to reorganise things in the house, put another board in, because there isn't actually space in the board as it is, and separate out the submain. I like this place. It's a very beautiful setting, and the residents here have just forked out, I think, £120,000 on relaying the driveway, which was turning into a bit of an alpine pass. So it's all been tarmacked. Huge amount of money gone into it, and it's a big job, isn't it? That whole building up there was a children's home, and before that it belonged to the son of the person who built it, who I believe was an admiral. And a lot of the land around here was actually owned by Lord Pirrie of the Harland and Wolff Belfast shipyard. And Lord Pirrie built quite a few of the houses around here. I don't think he built that one. Chief executive and part owner of Harland and Wolff shipyard, who was involved in the conception of the Olympic class liners in about 1909. We've got to meet someone. So what I got earlier as a kind of mini celebration of that is I've got just a little cheap couple of bottles from Asda, $14.99, non-vintage champagnes. So I was at school in this valley here from the age of 7 to the age of 13, and on weekends we used to row along this river in the valley here, up through the valley. These cliffs here used to be white, but they're all overgrown now. When I was at school they were white, and we were 20 years out of them using it to mine chalk for lime burning and to make lime for cement or something. Somebody's lit a fireplace over there, and what you're looking at now over the hedge is what's called the Angmering estate, or the Arundel estate of the Lord Duke of Norfolk. And then these fields, and we're actually on top of a place called Berry Hill now. Where a Roman road takes traffic from London and disgorges it around Noviomargus or Chichester. You know, they were simpler times. Things were simpler, more straightforward, more clear cut than now. Hugely social attitudes were all much more clear cut and obvious. And I fitted in probably better than I do now. Yeah, down there you can just see the sun lighting the bit of the cliff that is still white.
Sir Alistair Graham, who was on earlier, is a trustworthy man, and I think he should be in charge of all these investigations into parties. We need him because he'll really get up there working. Circuit breaker, a 2-week circuit breaker. Do you have business? Do you employ people? How's that going to affect you? Do you think we're reaching that moment? And do you think people will go along with it? Will people have enough? Circuit breaker? I'm certainly in favour of you using to be energy, please. And that's a yes.
Hi, Fliss.
Hi.
What time are you closing?
4.
4. Have you got any food?
Yeah. What do you want? Quiche.
Quiche, yeah.
Bacon and mushroom quiche?
Yes.
With salad?
Yes.
Right, how are we going to do this?
Oh, I haven't got my mask on. You should have told me not to. I should have put my mask on.
Some tomatoes?
Is it? Yeah. Oh, it's not really the season for tomatoes, is it? Hot water.
Hi Rupert.
Oh, hello.
Are you a bit happier about this year? A bit happier?
I am a bit happier now.
Good, good. Well, you couldn't get any more miserable, so you had to get happier.
Was I miserable when I last met you?
you really
I was, wasn't I?
You really were. You
Oh,
really
last
were down.
year I
I
was
didn't know
awful.
what to cheer you up. I didn't know what
Oh my God, I was
to...
miserable.
Water over you, or tickle you,
See,
or what?
it's true. It's true what he says. Can I have some of that? Thank you.
Is that what you wanted? Do you want
Yeah.
coffee or something?
No, that's fine. That's great.
He is a pain, isn't he?